Good morning, YouTube! What is up, guys? Today we're doing the daily puzzle for September 29th. Was it like the second to last day of the month? That's crazy. We're almost hitting October, then Halloween, then Thanksgiving, and of course Black Friday. And then Christmas. So it's just holidays at the end of the month. Now on. Alright. So now, we are going to solve this tactic as white. Here we can see that there's a king and a queen, and this king is protecting this queen. Once the king moves out of the way, this queen can be unprotected. We also notice this discover, so we're going to take that queen with our queen, I bet, and we're going to have to first distract that king, and we can do it by placing our knight on either e6 or f5, and both lead to a check. If the king moves, then we can take the queen. However, there are two pieces that block us from playing knight e6 or knight f5, and those are these two pawns. So what do? I think we have to get rid of it. Also notice when we play knight e6, once the pawn takes, that f takes e6, then this whole 7th rank can be attacked by one piece, that is the rook. So once this rook latches onto the 7th row, it will be able to check that king and control the whole row. Once we go to f5, however, after g takes, we don't really have much control over the g5. I mean, we can build some control, but it's very hard from then to continue on. Since we already have a position where we can maintain an attack on the 7th row by placing it on c7, I think we should focus on this idea and build up on it. Now notice there's a pawn, right, that's blocking us from playing rook to c7. So what exactly allows us to move our rook to c7 exactly? So how do we distract this pawn is our real question. Question should be can we take this knight maybe? Can we sack something? I think it's taking this knight. I think that's our best approach in getting rid of this pawn. You notice after rook takes d3, the c pawn will take on d3, and this rook can now enter the 7th row. And once it has access to the 7th row, and we get rid of this pawn right here, then that check will lead to the king not protecting the queen anymore. Instead heading back to the 8th rank or on h6. Either or all of which lead to the disconnection between the protection of the king and the queen. So the queen will eventually capture the queen. So in other words, I know it's kind of long thinking, but rook takes knight. Now knight to e6, freeing up that 7th row. Now we place our rook on c7. And notice that king moved to g7, when this queen can now capture that queen for free. Alright, that is solved. Let's go to the analysis if you'd like. Notice we also have mate in 2, which is pretty interesting. The computer analyzes rook to d7, and after rook takes d7, black attempts to promote with the move d2. Interesting approach. And of course we play queen to f3, right? We don't want the... No, I'm just joking. We don't want them to promote is the wrong answer. We go ahead and checkmate. And once we checkmate, we write a big hashtag, and we write a big fat 1-0 because we deserve it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that tactic. It was fun. I'll see you in the next one. Keep watching. Like and subscribe as well. I'll see ya later.